Welcome to the Edupedia World, Virtual World, Free Education. My name is Suraya Sayed, Microsoft Certified Trainer.
Another useful family of functions that I'm going to talk about starting from this video is the family of logical functions. Excel uses 7 logical functions like AND, false, if, not, or, and true functions, which appear on the logical command button's drop-down menu on the Formula tab of the ribbon. Logical functions are used to make a decision into your spreadsheet based on a condition that you specify. Let's start by if function. The if function is one of Excel logical functions. It can think like person. It can calculate. It can compare numbers. The if function returns one value if a condition you specify evaluates to true, and another value if that condition evaluates to false. Syntax. If has 3 major parts. If and open bracket, logical test, separator. Its separator may be comma or semicolon according to your regional settings which you set up in the control panel. That is part number 1, logical test. Part 2, value if true. If the condition is verified, what Excel will do. Number 3, value if false. If the logical test is not verified, what Excel will do. For example, if A1 is greater than or equal to 100, so Excel will look at the cell A1 and decide if it is greater than 100, so what will he do? He will type pass, and if not, he will type failed. Here is my first example of how to use the if function to take decision of writing the word pass if the student total mark is greater than 50, or writing the word failed in the column C if the student total marks is less than 50. The column A is for names, column B is for marks, and column C, here we will put our if function. So I'll click on C3 to start with the first student, Ahmed, and let's see if Ahmed's mark, which is in cell B3, is greater than or less than 50. And let's see what Excel will type in cell C3. So click on cell C3, and from the Formula tab in the logical part we can find the if function. Click it, it will open a dialog box, and he wants me to give him as 3 values. Value number 1, what is the logical test? My logical test is if B3 is greater than or equal to 50. Okay. Let's click on the second argument, that is the value if true, and ask yourself, what do I want Excel to do if the mark is greater than or equal to 50? And the answer is, I'd like Excel to write pass. Type the word pass, then click on the third argument, that is value if false. Have you noticed that Excel add quotations to the word pass because it is not a numerical value, but it's a text that I need Excel to type in the cell C3. Okay, now we are in the last argument, and ask yourself, what do I want Excel to do if the mark is less than 50? And the answer is, I need Excel to write the word failed. So type the word failed between quotations in the third text box. Then click OK, and let's see the result. Great! Excel has discovered and realized that Ahmed's mark is less than 50, and he automatically typed the word failed after finishing the function. Now let's do the same process for all the record that we have in this example, but I will show you a fast way to copy the formula down using the fill handle located in the lower right corner of the current cell. So click and drag down using the handle until cell C9. Great! I have all the cells filled with the data I need. Every student grade is written beside its mark. And a good thing I will tell you about this function and all other function in Excel, that it is updated. Anytime you change the mark for the student, it will sound and reflect on if result. Let's see, for example, by changing the total mark for Soha, instead of 30, change it to be 66. So the result will be changed from failed in the cell C8 to be passed. And you can see the change automatically after you leave the cell B8 and clicking anywhere. Now I'll give you more examples in using function if. In the previous example, the logical test was to compare the value in the cell with a fixed value. We was comparing the mark for the student in cell B3 with 50, because this is the known and fixed limit that under which the student is failed and above which the student is passed. Now we are going to take another example for the logical test, in which we are comparing two variables together, comparing the value in the first cell with another value in other cell. Let's move down to the second example I have prepared for you, in which someone is making monthly budget for his purchases. In column A, it is the actual purchases he does in the first month, and the second month, and the third month. In column B, he mentions the predicted purchases or sales he have to do, and we will make a comparison between the actual and the predicted ones for every month. We will insert the if function in cell C19 to compare and to check. If A19, so the logical test, click A19 and type greater than B19, so click B19, and this is our logical test. If the actual sales is greater than the predicted sales, so I need Excel to type over budget. Then click on the third text box, if A19 is not greater than B19, I need Excel to type within budget. Click anywhere, Excel automatically add the quotations for you because we want Excel to type a text. Then click OK. Here is the result. For the first month, his actual purchases was greater than his predicted purchases one. So the result is over budget. And when we copy the formula down by dragging the handle, we will find that for the other 2 months, his actual purchases was less than the predicted one, so it's a great, he is within budget. And to be more involved in the value if true and value if false sections, in the previous 2 examples, we make Excel type a specified text in both arguments. For the first example, we make Excel type pass or failed for the students, and in the second example, I make Excel type over budget or within budget. Now let's see another type of actions that Excel can do. It can do a specified calculation. In my third example, I will show you how Excel will multiply the sales by 10% to calculate the discount. Down to the last example, example 3, in which the shop is making a condition on sales. If anyone buy from my shop with the value greater than $100, so you will take a discount of 10% of your sales. So here we need to put the discount value corresponding to each sales operation. We want Excel to decide if this person will take the discount or not. Then, if yes, I needed to calculate the discount value. It can be done in one step by using if function. Let's see. The logical test will be if A31, if the sales value is greater than or equal to 100. So ask yourself, what do you want Excel to do if the sales is greater than 100? I want Excel to multiply the value of sales to multiply A31 times 10%. We can type 10% in other way, 0.1. And if not, I'd like Excel to type 0, no discount. If you don't buy with a value greater than 100, you won't take my discount and your discount will be equal 0. Okay? Yes, the first one will take a discount of $15 because he make purchases and he buy from our shop with 150. Let's drag and copy the formula to see other persons. Yes, because the second person didn't buy
with a number greater than 100, so the discount will be 0, as well as the last one also will be 0, and other persons will take the discount with 0.1%. At the end, to revise all of that, you can use if function to test, make decision, then do an action. Thank you for watching Edupedia World videos. See you at the next video.